knew the question would go wrong, and actually it went wrong. Look at the satisfaction on my face. I know it would go wrong. Anyways, it was around 9:15 and I quickly cleaned my desk, and then I have decided to take a test, and that was be 1 second before submitting the test. Let's have a look. I expected it to go well, but 33.98 out of 50 marks overall. Total questions were 25. I did 19 questions right and 6 were incorrect. These were the questions from poverty, inequality, and unemployment. I have studied it, but I did not expect it to be this bad. 6 questions wrong despite revising and thinking that I have done. Oh, look at here. Question number 1 and question number 5, I have marked it for review and it actually went wrong. Yeah, I knew it would go wrong. Anyways, that was the accuracy percentage, corrects, incorrects, and all of that. What happened was I studied these topics in isolation. In coaching classes, they'll teach you what poverty is, what inequality is, what unemployment is. But we have to come back home and we have to interlink all of this and we have to do a bit of homework. There was a question related to socioeconomic cultural status and the fertility rate of Indian women, the relation between these two. Now that kind of gave me a big pause in the exam because I could not really relate. There was a question that says if the opportunity cost of women work is less, then how would it affect the fertility rate? Now I went wrong there because I could not understand only in that given time. Also, there were questions on the inclusive growth. Now, I think I have missed, or maybe I did not go through it. Whatever it is, there were questions on SDGs, and there was a question where how we measure some statistical data was the statistical method was asked, something called Atlas method. I did not know, so just because I did not know, I thought okay, I did not study it so far, so have marked it wrong. But actually, some questions based on previous year questions were given, and that's where I went wrong. It's okay. First test, not a big deal. Then I have sat and I have analyzed everything what went wrong, but I'm not satisfied with this analysis. So again, I want to come back and study here. There were so many gaps. I have to overcome that. The next day I woke up in the morning. One day I'm waking up early, one day I'm waking up late. For now, I don't really want to fix the time because it's okay, right? I think I have to be confident in my own pace instead of following. There were so many channels that say I woke up at 9 a.m. I mean, sorry, I woke up at 4 a.m., I woke up at 3 a.m., I woke up at 2 a.m. Now that's scary for me. That's why I stopped watching some videos because that is giving me anxiety for no reason or maybe for some reason. Anyways, I have decided that first I'll focus on the quality of sleep, then I'll work on the quantity. And I went for a car drive in the morning, and morning walks also started to take an important part in my life. This is very peaceful. The days I go out, I really feel comfortable. And then I came back, I made myself some coffee and freshed up. And, like I tried to revise, study at home, but I could not because if you know, last 1 week I did not go to the library because of electrician work, because of the scooty repair issues. Actually, the petrol was leaking from the scooty. I don't know why. My God, I have, uh, the fuel was of 200 rupees and all of that. It somehow got leaked. Anyways, then I went down. My mother made some pesarattu. Pesarattu ante green gram untadi kada. Green gram. It's a form of, I think, pulses, whatever. We soak it, make a batter out of it, something like that, and we make. This is coriander seeds and some ajwain. I don't know. In Telugu, it's jeelakarra. I don't know. Cumin seeds, yeah. Then I have that is very good for digestion. And then I had this pesarattu. We usually have it with onion because it tastes really good, and that is peanut chutney. This is a very rich, loaded protein breakfast. If you have seen my shorts, I have also told this is good enough for a person's protein intake. One third of the protein intake will be taken care of based on your weight. If you know how protein, calories, all of this work. So yes, I was talking to my mother and I was having my breakfast. I was telling her that it is so good and I was actually asking her to repeat it. When we do not really apply too much brain in what to eat, what to wear, all of this, a lot of time will be saved. That's what I'm actually learning in UPSC. Anyway, so I have had the breakfast and I have left to the library. Today, after going to the library, I have realized that the Wi-Fi there was not working. I really thought I'll attend 2 to 3 lectures, or I'll watch this, or I'll take a test, or I'll do something, everything related to Wi-Fi. But unfortunately, the Wi-Fi, my God, it was too much of lag. After every 2 minutes, it is just getting stuck. And again, I have to close the app, open the app, and then watch. It was really irritating. What a not so productive day. I get irritated on days like this. I mean, what is the point of waking up, freshing up, taking shower, getting nicely ready, and taking the scooty, driving to some place, only to understand that there is no Wi-Fi there. Anyway, so I have decided that I'll just go through the PDFs and I'll prepare for the test. I'm also understanding how to take a test. Okay, previously I used to revise. Before test also I'll revise and go take test on the same subject. If I don't get a mark, I mean, if I don't score well, then I'll feel bad. If I score well, I'll think, haha, I got it right. But that's not how it's supposed to be taken. We have to give some break or some space between what we have studied. I mean, I want to give some break or space from what I have studied when I have studied till the time of the exam, so that that feels more organic. Or else, if someone tells you A for apple, B for ball, and you keep on repeating that A for apple, B for ball, and if in the exam also what is A for, what is B for is asked, obviously you'll mark apple and ball and you'll come. That's how I don't think I should cheat myself or fool myself thinking that yeah, I'm studying something. So I thought I'll make this tests, previous year questions get added to my advantage. So yeah, you'll see all the changes more in the upcoming vlogs. Everything I can't tell in one video also. Anyways, the results were out and there was so much of tensed environment everywhere. I just went to the library and I came. It was actually a tough day, I would say, because yesterday the results were out and someone in my locality happened to clear the examination. That's one side of the story. A very good friend of mine, she thought she would clear the exam. She cleared prelims, mains, and interview. I mean, sorry, prelims, went till mains, went till interview. Everybody thought that it is going to happen, but I don't know what happened. Despite having the reservation, she could not make through. My God, it was such a bad experience to go through the emotions, to process the feeling. First of all, I was only in the denial that I could not see the name. I just don't know how she is feeling right now. It's very heavy on the emotions part. Uh, all of that is one side of the story. Now I'm scared because people who did not make through this year, they'll come with super double force. And I don't know, it feels like extremely scary. I'm just trying to document the raw emotions because there is no point in feeling one thing and saying one thing. So right now, this is what I'm feeling. Anyways, let's see how that goes. There was some leftover pizza from the before day where I have ordered, and it was in the evening, and my mother told that she doesn't want to cook. Oh, I usually have my dinner from 6:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. at max because that is what I'm comfortable with. Because I don't know, I'm just little specific about the time that I have my food at, and I started studying after that. It was 9:15. I usually stop studying by 10:30, but strangely today I was studying late night because I'm in the rush to do so, and I went for a walk around 9 p.m. to get certain things that my mother have asked. I think some bananas. I don't know, whatever. Yeah. So I went, I got bananas, and next I woke up. Somehow I'm kind of attached to this 6 hours, 50 minutes, whatever. So I woke up in the next day. Oh God, I did not sleep so well. I don't know what's happening. Maybe I was also tensed about the result, or I was in the shock, denial. Actually, it's good to say we'll try next year. Super sportive. I like it, but emotions are emotions. It feels like shit. I mean, it feels so bad. Okay, may God give strength to all these people. My goodness, it was actually scary. Okay, let me come back to the point. So, I have made some notes. I do revise this notes, but
Look
it is
how
so
messy it
painful to
got.
revise. It's very easy to
I'm
sit and
just
attend a
studying.
class.
So let me just give you a quick table tour. So, oh, I do have my printer there. If you can see, I want to take it and read it in the form of papers only and not PDFs for certain things. The time currently is 10:10 and I just finished my driving and I came. I have some chargers, charging wires. Now these are extremely irritating, right? For which I have an organizer kind of a thing. I do put everything in that. It's very important. Now I'll tell you why I'm showing this. As a student, I used to go crazy because all my surroundings used to be very messed up and I could never concentrate. Now you might think that it's not a big deal, but for me it is. Actually speaking, at least 10% of you will feel the same. It's just we don't want to say out. This is sorted. Okay. So here I don't have any switchboards as such. There is one and my AC needs it. So what I'm doing is I have had this extension cord and I'm taking it like this. Now it is messed up, right? So I have to figure out a way. There is small study table here for which I want to sit on the floor and I want to study because I do have this leg irritation and all. I carry a water bottle. This is when I go out to the library. Anyways, that is a laptop my mother's I use when I want to study over video calls. Now I don't have friends here, so we do study over video calls. My friends are in other countries and abroad, all of that. This is the webcam I have. We join and study on the Google Meet sessions. That's a small speaker. And this is my laptop. Sorry, that is my laptop. I attend classes, and this is where I go through the PDFs. Now I don't take printout of all the PDFs because that's a huge waste of time, waste of papers. I hate papers. And also, if you see, I'm making a bit of notes here. Now these are value addition. Okay, if you see, I don't write, for example, what should I say? Let me show you. There is Sanskritization and Westernization. Now, I don't write the definition of Sanskritization as such if it's very normal. So, I only write the value addition points, like the thinkers, scholars, which are pretty dense in paper too. You know that corner already, some syllabus, and that's my role models. So, yeah.
Today, actually, I forgot to have chai. I don't know. Sometimes it happens no matter how much I love it. Anyways, I have quickly made myself some chai, and the Taj Mahal powder is over. The blue color, not the red color. Okay, that was over. So I need to get that, refill that. And this is elaichi. First of all, I'll tell you why I'm showing it here. Previously, I used to hit it once and I used to add it in the milk. And I used to think, why is it not adding the flavor? Why is it not adding the flavor? But it's not supposed to be like that. There are grains inside it. They have to be crushed properly, and the ilaichi ఉంది కదా అదేంటది whatever it is, it should be completely open, and it has to be in the milk for minimum amount of time for it to ooze out the flavor. I used to add it at the end and I used to think this is kalti, ఇది wrong, ఇది చెత్తలా ఉంది, ఇది పాడైపోయింది, ఇది పనిచేయట్లేదు. No, 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 there is a way, there is a way. I'm also learning how to do all of this. If you have watched my previous vlogs, I have told you that I was given an advice to peel off the outer layer of ginger, or else the milk will start splitting because it's summers and you're not add something that is acidic to some substance like milk, especially when it's heating up. Okay, and you're also not supposed to add this before heating up. So there are so many tricks. I mean, now this looks weird. If you see All India Rank 3 Uma Harati, she also have this kind of special attention towards food. That's what she told. She used to work on spices and how they use out the flavor, all of that. Looks like I also have a bit of inclination towards it. Little obsessed. But okay. Anyways, I have made my chai here. Wow, look at that. I love it. Anyways, and for the evening, actually for lunch, my mother made this biryani, and I love watching TV, the big screen movies or whatever, especially in the weekends. But today she is watching, and I need to watch something while I eat. I like it because that is the only time where I get to watch. So I have decided I'll go to my room, I'll put the laptop on the study table, and I'll sit on my study chair. It's okay, let me eat there. Once in a while, it is fine. So I love it. I think I'm watching a new series called Younger on Netflix. I love it. Oh my god. A 41-year-old pretends to be a 26, 27-year-old, and it's a new drama. It's actually nice, funny, and all. So I was just doing that.
Hi everyone, good morning. Welcome back to Monday morning. Now, Monday morning, and there's so many meetings, office meetings, going to office, replying to boss, manager. This is how a typical engineer's life would be. But my life right now, it is like me preparing and sitting from home. Sorry, sitting and preparing from home. Anyways, today what I have decided is I'll track the actual number of studies that I have studied. Wait, it's not opening. Scissors ready? ఇక్కడ ఉంది. So yeah, I have decided that I'll start tracking the time. Usually I'm scared of tracking time because what if it's less? So I don't want to do that. It's like I'm basically fooling myself. Of course, quality of study is important, but for someone who has gotten a big break from studying post graduation, I think for them time matters, right? Wait, I'll get the frother and come. So from now on, I think I want to openly keep the number of hours that I have studied unless they are pathetic. I also do have a subscription to the tracking ఏంటది ట్రాకింగ్ యాప్ ఉంటుంది కదా, లైక్ ఫారెస్ట్ ఇది అది ఏదో ఉంటారు, అలాంటిది నా దగ్గర కూడా ఉంది. I want to track. Now I'm scared of that app because I know what if I won't be able to do, but I want to track. I want to start posting pictures of it. అది యాక్టివ్ స్టడీ ఇంకా I don't care. Even if it is 2 hours, I think I'm good to go. Why should I be scared? That's how I'm trying to motivate myself. But yeah, I'll keep you updated. Hi everyone, back at my study table. And coffee takes 5 minutes to make, but in 5 seconds only it will get over. It did not even feel like I had coffee. Anyways, let me just give you an update. Shit. Let me just give you an update. Poverty, inequality done. Unemployment is what they are teaching. It's going a bit slow, so I thought first I'll study and I might, delay it by one day, which I don't want to do anymore. And coming to Anthro also, I'll be switching again to paper one. Socio-cultural is what I'm thinking. Or maybe I'll work on Indian villages for 2 to 3 more days. The thinkers are good, but there is a lot of information that has been given about the thinkers, like how they have worked on different aspects. For example, if you know paper two, we have caste, we have tribal India, we have Indian villages, like villages, caste, and tribals, and their contribution to ethnography, all of that. One person had multiple takes on all these different domains, so that is where I'm getting confused. So what this person told about caste, I'm writing under someone's name. Whosoever is important in tribal India, I'm forgetting their name. So looks like it's a bit of homework there. Anyways, this is the book I was reading a couple of days ago. This was given by a very good friend of mine. It is Overcoming Perfectionism. So when my friend gifted me this, I was like, how dare you give me a book like this? What the hell do you think of me? What exactly is this? Are you trying to insult me in front of all our friends? So I kind of fought. Do I look like a perfectionist? Then he said, yes, you look like a perfectionist. And I was not okay with it. I kind of did not really talk to the person also, because the person is trying to jump in between my life in a very unwelcome way. But what I have realized is, I'll tell you a story here. Now that will look a bit weird. Listen to it. For 1 month, I've sat and I have made like what 48 pages of notes, and I took a break from that. Went to another subject, came back to this subject, then nothing was there in my mind. And I was like, "Arre, ye me guttu I forgot everything. Let me attend classes again and let me make notes." And I was like, "No, why to attend classes? Let it be." Then I was like, "No, no, let me write notes again on my own. This notes doesn't look good." I literally threw all 48 papers. Yeah, I actually did it. And while I was giving algebra paper in BTech, mm, and while I was doing, you know, organizational behavior in MBA. Okay, let us come back to algebra and BTech. It was a mathematical paper, algebra, right? Everybody's going for the important questions. I thought, no, 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 I have to do justice to the system. So I went to the library. I took a big book right in front of the final exams, right before the final exams. And I thought, now I got the book, now let me sit and study. Because I wanted to be a good student, because I wanted to do justice to algebra, because I need to be a very good, person who is not false, but who has to be true. So if I'm writing algebra paper and if I'm getting 85% in it, the 85% should be naturally earned. That's what I used to believe. But there were people who copied and got through, but there were people who did important questions and got through, but there were people who managed the paper and got through, and they all got through, right? Now I'm not saying their methods are alone right. I'm just saying my method should be worked on. So this whole series of me documenting my life is just to understand and tell myself that I don't want to do the mistakes that I have done. So yes, story time.
And I'm back to Anthro. So the coaching class people they have conducted, they have invited a topper and they have asked him to take a session where he was talking about how to make notes. Today I realized that we are supposed to make mains notes in the form of answer writing, and we are not supposed to dump everything as if we are, I don't know. I'm still attending. I'll keep you updated in the next video. But this person, my god, he cracked the UPSC exam in 3 times it seems, and I could not believe I was in denial of the information that was given to us. Anyways, I'll keep you updated. Again, Wednesday 6 p.m., Sunday 11 a.m. Stay tuned.